Hello, I'm Oliver from Car Chat TV, and in today's video we're going to be doing a little head-to-head, a BMW M2 versus an Audi RS3, and we're going to be comparing some of their features and stats, and then finishing up in a rolling race
RS3, the M2's pulling a little bit
to find out which car pulls away quickest. Okay, first things first, I'm going to have a little feel for these babies. So, which one of you two boys are going to take me out first?
Go on then, let's go for it.
I'm with Martin. I'm all yours for the next hour. Let's go.
Perfect.
Let's talk about some of the stats about this car. 2.5 litre, 5 cylinders. Audi say 394 brake horsepower and 480 newton meters of torque. Is that about right? There's no mods to the car? Or?
No mods yet. What we've found is a lot of them that come off the production line are actually running more power than Audi state.
Okay.
So normally most of them rolling roads are about around 4.5, 4.10 bhp.
Okay.
Mods to come, a changeable VMC box to actually move to stage 1 on the fly, which is quite handy.
To be fair, this is really different, and you're getting so much love on Instagram at the moment. Look, everyone's saying, all I see every time I go onto Instagram is this car. It's just getting about.
It is, yeah. It's took off crazy. It's a lot quicker than I thought. I mean, I've been on Instagram already 6 months doing it, and
yeah,
it's just exploded. And yeah, a lot of positive feedback and comments. I think because it is just slightly different out there. It's a little bit different to the normal whites, blacks, and Nardo greys.
What's the Instagram handle? We'll do a cheeky plug right now.
Yes, that_Matt_RS3.
Awesome, very cool. Make sure you follow him, guys, so we can make him Insta famous. Basically, we've got a rolling race later on, so can you put your foot down, show me what it's got a little bit? Let's come to... Yeah, that's more like it. That's so. Do you know what? You can feel the pull, but it's so subtle.
It is.
It's not going to jar my neck. I'm a sensitive guy, so you know what I mean. I love that subtle transition of power. Then, so rolling race against an M2. On paper, RS3 has got 29 brake horsepower more, 15 newton meters of torque more. It's a quattro four-wheel drive system. NM2's rear-wheel drive. We should be winning, Martin, right?
We should be. Should be.
What? Yeah. By how much though? What do you think? So,
I think it's gonna be quite close.
Do you?
I don't think it's gonna be from a rolling. If it's a standing start, I think it'll be a lot different. I think from a rolling race, I think it's going to be very close.
Yeah.
I think off the line this would completely annihilate it. But yeah, I think.
Oh, I like that, annihilate.
Yeah, I think on the rolling race, I think it's gonna be a lot closer.
Okay, well, interesting. Well, we'll find out later on. Okay, Martin, let's talk about price. Now, I know obviously this is brand new 2019 and Adams is 2016, but the RS3 still retain better value. For example, you can pick up a second-hand RS3 for around 35,000. Adams was 30,000, so £5,000 difference, but the RS3 is still like a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, personally, I think if I was looking at comparing the two,
yeah,
I think I'd love the BMW. The M2 is a lovely car, but I think I'd still go towards the RS3 just because of things like the digital dash.
Yeah.
I think the cockpit's a little bit more updated, a little bit more modern. I think BMW have always been, I think the new ones started to come out a bit more modernised, but I think previously they've always been a little bit, maybe a couple of years behind other manufacturers, being Audi or Mercedes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the premium, I think for the saloon, especially on the RS3, there's not as many as there is on the hatchback.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's surprising the difference between the two vehicles. I think, as I mentioned earlier, for me personally, the Quattro plays a big part for that. So I always will pay the premium to have that. That's all helping hand when needed, really, especially on bad weather conditions.
What I do want to ask you, Martin, is how does this thing handle like around corners and when you're giving it some?
It is on rails.
Yeah.
I've had numerous cars over the years. I've not had one that handles as well as this. I think the only thing that compares to it was probably the old classic Mini that I used to have.
Okay.
On rails. This is just planted.
Really?
Yeah, I had a BMW 340 before, and that handled really well. But being rear-wheel drive, you always had that little bit of a twitch now and then.
Yeah.
This, yeah, it stuck to the road. It is something else. It is a machine.
Right. Well, Martin, thank you ever so much for that. That was my little go in the beast Audi RS3. I've got to say, I'm very impressed. I love that pull. But it's time for me to have a little go with Adam now in his M2 and find out what he's got.
Enjoy it, but not too much.
Okay, now it's time for my little ride in the BMW M2 with Adam.
Hello.
Here he is. So we've got a bit of a different one today. We're up against the Audi RS3. I spoke about some of the stats with Martin in his car. So I'm going to be speaking about the same things with you really. BMW say that the brake horsepower on this is 365 brake. The Newton meters of torque are 465. There is a little bit of a deficit between this car and the RS3. So, for example, the RS3 has 15 more Newton meters of torque and it has 29 brake horsepower more on paper. Is that going to matter?
On paper, I think it's a little bit different to real world. So I think we're still in with a chance. We are definitely still in with a chance.
Okay, interesting. What about Quattro four-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive?
I'm going to say it's not going to make too much difference. On a dry surface like today, I think Quattro is not going to make that much difference. I know I've had this car for a couple of months and I've noticed when I'm really gunning for it in second or third, you do get the traction light come on. Yeah. Which is where the Quattro could come in and beat it, but we'll see.
Yeah, plus your tyres are pretty worn at the back, so they're like slicks.
There are new tyres, I'll have you know.
Okay, let me get a little bit of feel of the car then. Put your foot down, let's feel a bit how it pulls. Oh yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, I love that. That was good. That was a smooth gear change.
Smooth gear change.
It's nice.
In a manual, I mean the RS3 is auto, it doesn't come in the manual, boo Audi. So, manual, real man's car.
Oh, here we go. Cue the trolls now. I'll give you a real man. Down below. A manual is cool, but then again, some of these automatic gearboxes are so awesome. It's interesting coming in from the RS3 and having a little go in that. It does pull, but this. Oh my god.
That's pull hard.
Yeah, you definitely get a bit more. You definitely get a bit more of a neck break in this one with being a manual. RS3 is a little bit more subtle, but this definitely sounds better.
I think it sounds better.
But then the RS3, I was saying to Martin, it does have
the rev limiter on it.
Yeah, and the filters in the rev limiter at first over 4,000 RPMs, but also filters in the back box, so it's not getting a loud sound. It'll be interesting to see if the RS3 does win on paper, how far ahead it does pull.
Yeah, I mean, you think that the newer car should be better. Yeah. It's got it's a couple of years newer, isn't it? So yeah. You'd think they'd have improved it a little bit more, even further. So we'll see. I hope I'm in with a chance of winning. Right, well, Adam, thank you ever so much, mate, for taking me out again in the M2, seeing what it could do. We chatted statistics, brake horsepower, Newton meters of torque. I want to head back, check out the exhaust sound, and then get the rolling race underway. Here we are, just where we want to be, looking at the back end of these beauties. It's time to hear how sweet the Audi RS3 is. Okay, let's hear her. Oh, give it some beans. Okay, thanks for that, Martin. Okay, M2 boy, let's hear it. Okay, all right, I think we've heard enough. There we go. I mean, all right, lads, he's just showing off now. Okay, we can safely say this. If the M2's winning something today, it's going to be that sweet exhaust sound, isn't it? Those little cheeky pops. Oh, so sublime. But what exhaust did you prefer? Enough messing around. Let's get down to the rolling race. Right, it's nearly time for the rolling race.
what we're going to do is both cars are going to be in second gear doing 20 miles per hour. Then when I say 3, 2, 1 on the walkie, we're going to put pedal to the metal and see which car pulls away quickest, ensuring we stick to the national speed limit.
Well, I think I'm going to win. What about you?
He certainly thinks he's going to win. It's going to be Mine doesn't even need to say anything. He just looked at me and just gave me this look of that you are never going to beat him in any race.
We'll see. Ollie's quite heavy, so...
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Start with the weight jokes. You knew how long it took me to get that weight off. You might be the anchor the Audi needs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this thing's got a quattro, so I'm thinking it's gonna tear you a new one. Literally, Martin's just said to me he's gonna be bending you over something rotten.
I don't think so somehow. It's dry, so quattro is no match for two-wheel drive.
So try and stay side by side in 20, and I'll wait for my call. 3, 2, 1, go! Who's going the RS3? Oh, the M2's pulling a little bit. What noise! Looks like the RS3 is having it. Oh, and that's it. Stop.
That was close.
That was close. That was close.
It's that gear change where I lose you when I go from second to third.
Yeah.
Let's take a cheeky look at the replay. As you can see, the BMW M2 here pulls away first and you're thinking, hang on a minute. But no, the RS3's having none of it. The Quattro digs deep and surpasses, claiming the win. However narrow it may be, we end abruptly, ensuring we stick to the national speed limit. Winning is winning, whether it's an inch or a mile. Thanks, Vin Diesel.
So there we have it. It was very close and tight, wasn't it? But the Audi RS3 did just take the lead by a rat's whisker, and in my opinion I think I'd be going home in the RS3, but that's my opinion. What would you guys take, the M2 or the RS3? Comment down below, chuck us a cheeky like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.